We act like social media is this non-stop party we're missing out on, it goes to feel like, but honestly, we're not missing out on that much. So I've been doing a dopamine detox this past week, like starting on Monday. So for about 6 days, I've done pretty much no social media, no YouTube, especially. Pretty much just reading for entertainment, making videos, and I guess I listened to one podcast at work for like an hour and then I turned it off because I got bored. So you can count that in there, I guess. But here's the weirdest part about all of it is, as much as I relied on using these things as consumption and content, like I don't miss really any of it at all. And my brain feels a lot better and it feels like it's healing in a sort of way. I think we forget that most of the time, nothing important is happening online. Nothing that important, guys. It's kind of like not paying attention to the news, right? If you're not into the news, you still can figure out and know what's going on in the world anyways, but you don't have to check it every 5 minutes. You don't have to check it every day. You don't have to check it at all because everyone else knows and they tell you. And the information will still somehow get to you anyways, and you don't have to consume any of it. So since I've stepped away from consuming social media this last 6 days, I've started to notice something kind of strange and something that I've heard people talk about that do like a dopamine detox, and it's that everything feels like it has more meaning and it has more excitement. Just a little bit more, right? And that's a big difference, right? Things that you would do on a daily basis that you just couldn't get enjoyment out of or fulfillment out of, you're looking forward to them. So I just finished Life of Pi, the book, last night. Very good book. I've really enjoyed it, but I spent 4 weeks reading this book, and I was reading, 5 pages, 10 pages a day for the first 2 weeks, for the first 2 weeks. And I got to around a quarter of the way done with the book, maybe a third in 2 weeks. And then another week, which was last week, I didn't really read that much. Like I went 4 days in a row without reading the book. I probably read another 30 pages total. This week, now that I have no social media on my phone, I've been reading like 40 to 50 pages a day. And yesterday on Friday, I read like 140 pages or 120 pages. I read like a third of the book yesterday because I was so excited to read it. And I had nothing else taking my brain power away. You know what I mean? Like I'm not watching social media. And the book was amazing. Highly recommended. Completely rocked my world and was very good. But another example is like, I've talked about how playing games can be so immersive and get you out of the world of social media, and it's intentional. But when you play video games and you have no social media, they get even more exciting and more immersive, which is super fun. And even making these videos feels more intentional too, because I look forward to it more, guys, and I put more energy and effort into it. Maybe not necessarily into the editing part of it, but into me like making my audio for this, like my recording and talking to you guys. I'm more excited and more willing to even do it. I feel more like a regular human now, like this whole regular thing. I'm not a phone zombie. And look, you guys know, do I want to watch YouTube? Do I want to consume social media right now? Yeah, not that bad, but like, yeah. And my brain would love to fall into a doom scrolling session. I know it would, but it is what it is. And would it be fine to watch it, just not as much? Yeah, totally it would be. If I could do that and just watch it a half hour a day or whatever and rely on that, that would be great. But here's the thing. I've benefited already so much from not being on it at all that it's making space for things that really matter to me in my life. And I know I will remember reading Life of Pi. Like the feeling I had, guys, last night after I finished that book, I had full body chills for an hour. I don't think I've ever had that after reading or listening to a book before, or even watching a movie. I literally sat in my bed and I was like, holy cow, what the heck? And it's unlikely I would remember any video I watched on YouTube last night. We get into this doom scrolling and we forget what we even watched. We've become so reliant on consuming social media that everything starts to feel less meaningful, and I don't think there's any debate for that. But when you step away, you realize that you're not missing anything life-changing. You're not falling behind or feeling like you're out of the loop, really. You're just kind of living your life, and life becomes better, and it becomes more amplified in a good way, more exciting. So if you're scared you're missing something online, I really don't think you are. If that means stopping to watch me, go ahead, stop, right? That's fine. Don't watch my channel. Do what's best for you, of course. And the things you gain by stepping away matter way more than anything you'd scroll past on YouTube anyways. So give it a try and see how it impacts you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.